basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a loss to Golden State in Oakland.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Curry and Thompson, the splash breakers in the backcourt. Down low, it's Green and Bogut, and it's Spates in at the three.
LeBron James, probably the most versatile defensive player in the league, maybe ever. He can guard just about anybody in the league. Point guards, centers. Remember, it's something he's really worked at. He wasn't always a great defensive player when he got to the NBA.
And James bitterly disappointed about missing out. Clark on the Defensive Player of the Year award in 2013 and again passed over in 2014.
And you know, Kevin, if he doesn't win that award at some point in his career, I think it'd be a shame because what he does defensively really has never quite been done before. I mean, he can guard centers and point guards, and he's been effective shutting down some pretty good point guards in postseason.
Good point. On defense, the Warriors. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
That drops.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
LeBron with the block. Bogut gets the bucket. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Irving kicks to Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Steve talked about the contribution they got from their bench and winning this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop-off when they went to their bench, and the coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight.
Now, here is Irving. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No good on the three. There's the block. Warriors trailed by 3. Curry with a wide open look. Kept alive.
Boy, he has been struggling mightily in this quarter, guys.
True. He really seems to have tightened up a bit for whatever reason. He looks tight.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
From deep. The shot no good. Some solid defense there from Irving.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. But you can't leave him alone, especially from long range. Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything in sports. Last year, Steph Curry was actually voted as the most trustworthy player in the league.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. And the Warriors with some changes. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, let's see how the East is stacking up. Take a look at the Hawks. And checking out Cleveland. Tied up with them. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
Well, here's a look at some stats for Andre Iguodala. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, I think, guys, when you look overall at his contributions.
Yeah, and he's always looking to raise his game, and that's what you see in his consistency. One of the important characteristics that he brings to the table.
And the shot is good. Iguodala's got his first basket of the night.
A pretty delivery that time from Iguodala.
Here's Livingston. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's Shumpert. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Warriors trailed by 4. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
The Warriors shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. He hits the second from the line. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
Well, he did enough there. He made it a 2-possession game, at least.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
Dellavedova kicks to Marion. Here's Shumpert. And the release was before the buzzer. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Cleveland, LeBron is the 3 with Thompson at the 4. Smith is out there with Irving, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Draymond Green was the 35th pick back in 2012, and he's made an impact thus far with his defense, rebounding, and great IQ for the game. And I like his competitive spirit, too. He helps you win in a lot of ways.
And so here's Cleveland. The Warriors making the shot. Irving for 3. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. LeBron James second. The 4th spot held by Harrison Barnes.
Well, that is such an efficient group offensively. That's really the best way to describe them. Nothing forced, just solid, smart shots.
And at small forward, that's the only way to post that kind of percentage. I mean, just letting them fly from the perimeter isn't going to get it done. You've got to get it inside some, too.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
And he consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. And Bogut drops them both.
And Green more of an offensive player at Michigan State. I think he's still adjusting to the added distance on the NBA three-point arc, but shot it really well in the playoffs last year. So just getting better and better every year.
At the line.
LeBron came into the league with a ton of talent and skill, and hyper expectations, but he's done everything he can to hone and refine his game since his rookie year, and I think his climbing field goal percentage is an example of that.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Stephen Curry.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
He dishes it to Bogut. Can't convert the two-handed jam. And you look at his efficiency down low. LeBron has come a long way, Steve, from his rookie season when he shot just over 41%.
Well, it makes sense, Kevin. I mean, the post game is sort of the hardest thing to learn in the NBA, especially for a guy who didn't go to college. So LeBron has put in the time. He's become very efficient down on the block. And that allows him to space the floor around LeBron, which is just a nightmare to guard.
And here is Curry after LeBron James hitting the three. Count the bucket. 10 points for Steph Curry.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Now here's James. 10 points for him. Lets it go with the three. And he gets the bucket. LeBron's got 9 points in the quarter.
That's his second shot from long range in this quarter, so he's starting to roll.
Curry dishes to Bogut. It's rebounded by Cleveland. LeBron's got his third rebound tonight.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. And here's James outside. It's hauled in by Bogut. The Warriors trail to the middle. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. Lets it go. No good. Smith with some nice D.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
The drive by James. Mozgov kicks to Smith. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Maurice Spates.
Well, J.R. Smith, a guy who can take your breath away with his talent one moment and then exasperate you the next. Unbelievable talent, but he can be erratic offensively, especially with his shot selection.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Mozgov. Marion comes in for Tristan Thompson. Miller's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. And J.R. Smith closing in on 30 years of age. He's been fined almost $1 million over the course of his NBA career.
And, you know, playing in China, he was fined over $1 million in a single season. How do you do that? One night he ordered $3,000 worth of room service on the team dime just to see if they keep coming. Come on, Kevin. I mean, what is this guy thinking about here?
Call us. We could have eaten some of that food. Beyond the arc. And there's the call on Perkins. That's his first foul. Here's Livingston. It's stolen. Smith drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smith's got 8. Here's Ezeli. 1 second left. And the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. And a And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Good quarter from LeBron. He's got 13 points,